This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are
Yeah, welcome to the College Football Show. My name's Ralph Willams. I'm your host. And here's a little bit of the Little River Band and help us on the way. Because for LSU, Lane Kiffin's on the way. Here we go. Oh, yeah, it's a great day today. It's a Saturday morning. It's time for the College Football Show. My name's Ralph Willams, and it's only going to be myself and Pensman Sports this morning. Brian Pettit and Brandon Keeler from the Sports Nuts are both are going to Clemson this morning to head there for the game against Furman. Furman's a very tough opponent. So I just want to let everyone know about how tough Furman is. But anyway, Furman's a tough opponent, and they're going up against Furman today, and that'll be an interesting game. But we have some news in college football that we're going to talk about. Situation with Lane Kiffin and LSU. Rumor has it, I'm not definitely certain that it is. But when they asked Lane Kiffin about what's going on, he said he will make a statement after the game on November 28th. So I will. He said he will make an announcement as to what's going on. It's been said that he signed a contract and will be the new head coach at LSU. So we'll see what's going on with that, and we'll talk about James Franklin to Virginia Tech. And Pensman and I are going to go over all the games being played today in the top 25 teams all across the country. Some interesting matchups. Last night, Hawaii got beat up pretty bad by UNLV. Dan Mullins is UNLV's coach. I took Hawaii, and so did Pensman. Of course, our friend Brandon Keeler's played for the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, or went to Hawaii, and so just to let everyone know. And I want to thank the Sports Nuts guys for checking in, Brandon Keeler, and I want to thank him as well for the shout out last night on the Sports Nuts show every Tuesdays and Fridays. Don't forget to tune into their stuff, and just don't forget to also like and subscribe to all their shows as well as ours. All right. Who do we have here, Pensman?
Isaiah.
Oh, hey, Isaiah. How are you today? There you are. And
I don't know who. I don't know. That's somebody new. But how you doing?
All right. Very good. Let me see who that. I can't tell who that is.
All right. Hey, welcome to the show, me and you. Welcome.
Yep. Welcome to the program. Thank you for being part of it. And I want to thank everyone out there all across the country and around the world tuning in. I want to send a shout out to Jill out in the UK. Jill is my sister, and she is tuning in out there with some of her friends out in the UK. And I want to thank her as well, and all of our friends all across the country. We're simulcasted on Pensman Sports on his page as well. But we're in the Mata Heating and Air Conditioning Studios here at Studio 10 in rainy Berlin, Maryland this morning. Raining outside. Just pouring down rain here in Berlin, Maryland, just outside Ocean City, Maryland. 724-2010-500 Mata Heating and Air Conditioning. Also, we are sponsored by Mike Dotson Realty, Ocean City, Maryland, 410-596-1681. Mike Dotson Realty, Ocean City, Maryland. Give him a call. Let me tell you something right now. Pensman will tell you this. Next year, Ocean City, Maryland's hotel rates will be going up because of a tax increase on the hotel tax. So here is your opportunity to call Mike Dotson today and rent a short-term rental. He has a lot of them. Give him a call. Tell him Ralph Willams sent you, and get yourself set up for a rental for next year, because if you don't, they're going to go bye-byes, and you're going to have to take out a loan to stay at a hotel in Ocean City, Maryland. All right, I'm just letting everyone know that ahead of time. So give Mike a call. Here's your opportunity right now to save yourself some money and heartache. Give Mike a call if you want to come to Ocean City, Maryland. And also let me know if you're coming to Ocean City, Maryland. Get a hold of me on my social media platforms. We can meet up at the boardwalk or at a restaurant or something. Sit down, talk. I'd like to talk to my fans and all the folks who contribute to the RW Media Productions, the Sports Nuts, Pensman Sports, and Tiger Stripes Media. All right. Let's. We're also sponsored by. We do have a new sponsor. He's not real new, but he's current. BigJim'sBikes.com. Give Big Jim's Bikes a call. 410-289-1203. Once again, I'm going to urge you, call Big Jim. Give him a call and reserve your scooter. If you're handicapped and you need a scooter, Big Jim's the man. Give him a call. I've been dealing with Big Jim for years now, and I got to tell you, he's a great guy. He always has people on staff that are there. He has 3 locations on the boardwalk in Ocean City. Give him a call. If you want a bike rental or a scooter rental, one of those kick and go scooters, he has those. And he also has the scooters for handicapped people. 410-289-1203. Big Jim's Bikes and Scooters. All right, Pensman, welcome to the program. How are you this morning? Tell everybody how they can get a hold of you and what you're up to. Go ahead.
I'm good. Just chilling today and relaxing. Michigan plays at 4:00, so you can get a hold of me at Pensman Sports on YouTube and all over social media platforms. So, and I watched the Hawaii game, and that was not what I was expecting.
Yeah, I know. And when I saw the score, I was kind of surprised. I expected a better performance, but things like that happen.
Micah didn't play well, so that's why.
Okay. All right, guy. All right, Pensman. Let's get started with our picks and games. But first, we're going to talk about Lane Kiffin. Rumors out there that he's going to leave Ole Miss and go with the LSU. So we're going to see what's going on there as well. All right. Okay. Let me see who that is.
That's Isaiah. He's going to be out in and out.
That's fine. All right. Joey Porter. There you go. I like that about Joey Porter. All right. Good morning to you as well. Thank you for being part of the program. Sports Nuts program. Thank you. Sports Nuts, don't forget, RW Media Productions is joining up with the Sports Nuts and also with Tiger Stripes Media, Pensman Sports. We're all going to be working together as one. All my programming, sports related, will be on the Sports Nuts Network. The Ralph's Opinion Show will continue to be on my platform here, but all my sports programming will come through the Sports Nuts. And then we're going to be simulcasted on radio stations across the country as well and around the world. And I want to thank Brandon Keeler. I can't thank him enough for letting me be part of his network as we grow our networks together, all of us here. So as part of that. All right, Pensman, your thoughts, the rumor, Lane Kiffin. That's why I played Help Is On the Way by the Little River Band to start the show off. Help Is On the Way, LSU, if Lane Kiffin's going to be your new head coach. Go, Pensman.
Well, he's not going to be my new coach, but I'm not an LSU fan. But LSU, we'll see what happens. It might be a good fit. I'll take Lane Kiffin over Brian Kelly any day. So
yeah, absolutely.
To me, Brian Kelly's just like Chip. So
yeah, he is. He's like Chip Kelly. No relations, different spelling of their names.
I know. I just said they coach the same.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they do. They always blow it, in big games and stuff. So Chip Kelly's better off where he's at or whatever he's doing now. You know what I mean? So
Isaiah said, "Let's go Ohio State."
Yeah, Ohio State's doing pretty well for themselves. We'll see where they go. Anything can happen in the world of college football. Anything can happen in the NFL. It's all about football and playoffs all across the country in high school. Things can happen as well. We just had a few upsets in Western Pennsylvania. So, I mean, anything can happen in the game of football. All right, next, Pensman, let's move on. James Franklin at Virginia Tech. I think this is a perfect fit for him. Virginia Tech, and I'm not saying this to be ignorant to all Virginia Tech fans, but Virginia Tech is a lot less expectations there as it is at Penn State. Penn State wants to win a national championship every year, okay? Virginia Tech's just trying to survive, okay? Since Frank Beamer left, and then Bronco Mendenhall was their coach there. and then when he left, it seems like they just kind of went down the toilet a little bit. And then they had a few guys come in and out. But this is a good hire. What do you think, Pensman?
I thought it was going to take the UNC job if Belichick got fired. That would be a perfect fit. But Virginia Tech's second best. All they want to do is get in the bowl games, try to get their program up and running again. They took a little downfall, but they haven't done anything since Michael Vick was there. So I think this will be a good fit to get their program up and running and get a couple bowl games, and then eventually get to the playoff games. You got to take baby steps. First, work the playoff bowls, then you work up to the playoff. And then once you're in the playoff, then go for that title.
Absolutely, you know how that works. All right, we're having some issues today on Facebook here. Facebook just sent me a little notice. Although my Facebook page here says that I'm okay, but Facebook just sent me a notice they're having some technical issues today. So if you're not seeing us on Facebook, come on YouTube or Twitter X, and we'll take care of you here. You can check out the program here as well. So I was just checking out my Facebook page as well to see if there's anyone commenting. And at this point, we don't have any from Facebook right now. And also, my page is not running for some strange reason. But again, Facebook sent me a message saying that there's some tech issues going on. So it's the power of computers. You know how it is. I think James Franklin's going to do well with Virginia Tech. This is his fit, his kind of team. Expectations, like you said, are not as high as they are at Penn State. Virginia Tech's just looking to survive and get back into the fold of the ACC again and start to really win some games. And we'll see what they do. All right, Pensman, let's get started with the college picks. And the college picks today are sponsored by, and let me see here, Highway Radio Hits. Now, I know everybody were expecting me to be on this Thursday from 1 to 3. I tried to get on the air. The Highway Radio Hits tech people gave me the wrong password, and I couldn't get into the system. So they're supposed to be restructuring my or the password, or supposed to be restructuring some things here. So to get me on the air, I will not be on next Thursday because of Thanksgiving, but the following Thursday I will finally be able, I hope, to make my debut on Highway Radio Hits. But check out Highway Radio Hits. They got some great DJs on there, some great music for your drive time or anytime you're heading home or anything else, or you're on the highway and you want to listen to some great music that the radio stations don't play. Highway Radio Hits will take very good care of you as far as the music goes. And they're very, very, they have some very good, talented DJs as well on there. So check them out. They're the ones sponsoring this segment today. All right. Texas A&M versus Samford, not Sanford or Stanford. Sam, S-A-M, Ford. Now, here's what I want. I have a trivia question for everybody. An NFL head coach and assistant throughout the league, who is a Super Bowl winning coach, and he coached two teams, the Colts and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who is this person that once coached at Sanford? Name me the coach. I'll take all your comments. Go ahead. Pensman.
I have no idea.
Oh, come on. I gave you two hints. The Colts, and he coached the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, Frank Wright?
No. Bruce Arians was once the coach at Stanford.
There we go. There we go.
Okay, before he came to the Steelers, he was the coach at Stanford. So, and then Bill Cowher picked him up as a quarterback's coach, and then he moved on as offensive coordinator. I think you'll agree Texas A&M's going to blow the Sanford out this.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Miami versus Virginia Tech at Virginia Tech. Do we get a Cristobal special here, or do you think Miami's going to pull it out? What do you think?
I think Virginia Tech's going to win.
Yeah, that could happen. They might be motivated by the fact that James Franklin's on the way. And there's also assistants there that might want to keep their jobs, and they're auditioning for him.
And
or for
Miami,
another job.
and
You know,
Miami hasn't been the same since Cam Ward left. They haven't found
I
his
know,
They haven't
I know.
found his
Carson
replacement.
Beck hasn't been that as good as Cam Ward. Yes, exactly. All right, I'm gonna go with Miami here. I think. I hope we don't have a crystal ball special, but we'll see. All right, Georgia versus Charlotte. I think you and I will agree Georgia's going to win this game.
Mhm.
What Steeler player? He's on the defense. Played for Charlotte. Pensman, go ahead.
Highsmith.
Yes, very good. Very, very good. Very good. You get one of those. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's right. The king of being in the tub. Can't help the club if you're in the tub.
Yep.
You know, he's making a lot of money and he's in the tub. So, all right. We got Mickey Delaney here. Who is this?
That's Isaiah. Isaiah's leaving. He's
leaving. Okay.
he went to see Sight and Sound last night.
Oh, okay, great, good, great.
Yeah,
Isaiah,
he went.
being part of the club.
He went to go see Noah.
Alrighty. Okay, next. Missouri or Missouri, however you want to pronounce it, versus Oklahoma. This is at Oklahoma, Pensman. I'm taking Oklahoma here. What do you think?
I got Oklahoma.
All right. Next, Rutgers, Greg Schiano and company versus Ohio State. I'm taking Rutgers in an upset, man. I think they're gonna upset Ohio State. No, I'm just kidding. I think you and I agree, Ohio State, right?
For this one, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Boy, what is this today? Scrub mop up day or something today. Easy game day. Alabama versus Eastern Illinois at Alabama.
Alabama.
Yeah. They blew it last week, but they didn't play. They weren't playing Eastern Illinois either. So, all right, here's a good one here: Kentucky versus Vanderbilt. Kentucky's not as good of a football team as they once were, but Vanderbilt kind of laid an egg the last couple of weeks. So Kentucky at Vanderbilt. Excuse me, I'm taking Vanderbilt here. Excuse me.
I got Vanderbilt. I think Vanderbilt's going to mollywop them.
Excuse me. Wow. All right. A little frog in my throat this morning. All right. USC versus Oregon. I think this is the game of the day here, pretty much. I'm taking Oregon here at home. Dan Lanning and his crew. I think they're going to win. What do you think?
I think Oregon's going to win, but I think USC's going to put up a fight. But I think Oregon's just going to run away at the end.
All right. Tulane at Temple. I'm taking Temple. No, I'm taking Tulane in this match.
Sportsnet says Oregon 28, USC 17.
Yeah, that could happen. That could. You're right.
Yeah, just go down. There you go.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with Sports Nuts. We'll go with Oregon here. All right, next. Let's see.
Tulane's got Tulane 34, Temple 10. There's the 10 again.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Pensman, this is you. Michigan versus Maryland at home. Maryland. At Maryland, I'm sorry.
I think Michigan's going to win that game, but we'll see how Bryce Underwood plays. It's all about how he does, and hopefully the defense.
More and more special.
Yeah, hopefully hopefully the defense plays better than last week. It had to come down to the last second field goal last week.
Well, Maryland's not that good of a football team, but Maryland's not a bad football team either.
Neither is Northwestern, but Northwestern's offensive line stepped up last week.
Yeah, they did. All right, I hate to do this to everybody. Pitt versus Georgia Tech. I'm taking Georgia Tech in this game. I'm not sold on Pitt winning against Georgia Tech. They got to play Miami at home next week. Miami is beatable. Georgia Tech, I don't think, is beatable at home. Although things have happened. I'm taking Georgia Tech here. What do you think?
I got Georgia Tech, but I want to fight. I want to see a fight go on. I want Pitt to be in the game.
Yeah, we'll see. They weren't in it last week against Notre Dame.
So, not at all.
All right, Tennessee versus Florida or Florida, or however you want to pronounce it.
That's more like it. He said Georgia Tech 34-31. That would be perfect.
Yeah, that should be.
Go
All right.
down. Yeah, right there. That'll be a perfect score. If we
Yeah,
lo- if we
Tulane.
lo- if they lose by a field goal, that'll be better. But I just don't want a landslide.
No, I don't know. I mean, Georgia Tech's got a good offense, and
They do.
you know, but we'll see. Its defense got to step it up a little bit. So all right, hang on a minute. Let me see what we have here. I lost my screen. There we go. All right, Arizona State versus Colorado at Colorado. I don't have no faith in the Buffaloes. I'm hearing stories. Deion Sanders was supposed to meet with administration this week. That was another story that I forgot about. But now that Colorado's here, I'm going to be reminded that I'm hearing he's going to step down due to health reasons, and of course, he doesn't have the talent he used to have, and I
Arizona
think his luster has gone away. That's my opinion. That's just
Arizona State wins 44-10. But Arizona State does win. But I don't know about the 44-10.
Yeah, I think Arizona State wins this game. I'd probably say 34-10 more than 44-10. There's Cyberewski. What's he have to say here? All right. Oh, all right. Well, I appreciate that, Cyberewski. Thank you. So, all right. Anyway, get back to this. Hang on a minute here. What's my screen keep walking out of here? There we go. All right. Let's see here. Colorado. All right. BYU at Cincinnati.
I got Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, WKRP.
I got Cincinnati in this game.
Yeah, at home. I'm taking Cincinnati too. I think a Cincinnati in an upset. All right, next Wisconsin versus Illinois. At Wisconsin. Wisconsin's not that good this year. Luke Fickell's on a hot seat. Wisconsin not that good this year. I'm taking Illinois in this. I hope they don't lay an egg. So.
I think so too. I agree with you.
All right, TCU at Houston. I don't trust Houston. They blew it against against West Virginia. I don't trust Houston. TCU, I'm taking in this game.
Same here. Houston's not. No.
Yeah, well, when you lose to a sad West Virginia team who doesn't really have the talent, that's pretty bad. You know what I mean? So, all right, Arkansas versus Texas. Bobby Petrino and the gang at Arkansas versus Texas. I'm taking Texas here. Hope Arch Manning has a good game. We'll see what happens.
I got Texas also.
All right. Syracuse at Notre Dame. I'm taking Syracuse in an upset.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So, no, I'm just kidding. All right.
No, that's your decision.
I'm going with Notre Dame.
You better have a dozen eggs waiting for you.
Yeah. All right. I think we covered just about everyone for the top 25 as far as games go. As far as top 25 goes, we can look at some stuff for next week, Pensman, since we moved along so quickly here. All right, next week we got Utah versus Kansas. I think Utah will win that game. That's going to be at Kansas.
I think so too.
We'll see. Georgia versus Georgia Tech. This is an in-state rivalry. This could be a dogfight, but Georgia probably will come through on that one. That's a rivalry. Indiana versus Purdue, another rivalry. But I'm taking Indiana with Kurt Signetti. How about you? What do you think about this for next week?
I got Indiana.
All right, next week, here we go. The game of the week. Ohio State at Michigan.
Yep.
I know you're going to take your Wolverines.
Yeah, I know. But
I hate to do this, but I'm going to take Ohio State here.
Yeah, I know. I get it. It's just, we'll see. That's going to be a big one. If Michigan wins, they get the Big Ten Conference, and if they win that, they're in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. And then you have Virginia Tech at Virginia. That's another interstate rivalry game. That's at Virginia. Tony Elliott's got Virginia moving along. Virginia Tech's just looking to survive. And like I said, there's some assistants auditioning for jobs under James Franklin's, regime, looking to get in or stay with Virginia Tech. So we'll see what happens there. So, all right. Let me look here. See what we got here. All right. Miami at Pitt. This, I don't know. Pitt has beaten Miami in the past. Kenny Pickett was freshman quarterback when they beat him, and I believe it was at Acrisure Stadium. And I don't know. This could be a crystal ball special. But again, Miami could dominate Pitt like Notre Dame did. I don't know what to do with this one, Pensman. I'm going to call this a toss-up. This game, because
I got Pitt winning that game.
I think so too. I think Pitt might win by about 1 to 3 points in this game. It's at home. It's senior day, last home game of the year, last game of the season. So let's see what goes on. We'll see. Seniors want to go out on a good note.
And they're bowl eligible, so that's good.
Yeah. If they can beat Georgia Tech today, which I don't see happening, but if they do beat them and they beat Miami, they can compete for the championship in the ACC. I mean, so but
Easy,
it has
Ralph.
to to get through these next 2 games.
Relax, Ralph. One game at a time.
Well, yeah, exactly. But all right, Houston at Baylor. I'm taking Baylor in this game next. Again, I have no confidence in Houston, none.
I got Baylor on this one too.
This is going to be a blowout, even though it's at home. Texas Tech at West Virginia. Number 5.
That's actually a good matchup. So.
Yeah, West Virginia's always tough at home, though. LSU versus Oklahoma at Oklahoma. I'm taking Oklahoma in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama at Auburn. This is a interstate rivalry here. Helmume and his team versus Alabama, number 10. I don't know. Auburn could pull off the upset.
The Iron Bowl.
Yeah, for that trophy. A lot of these interstate rivalries, they have these trophies. Like I remember when Pitt used to play Cincinnati, and they used to have the River City Trophy. And so you got these trophies out here, and they're proud of that. And I mean, so we'll see.
Michigan State do, and Michigan and Minnesota play for a barrel. So
yeah, exactly. Okay, Notre Dame versus Stanford at Stanford. I picked Notre Dame here. Stanford's not a good football team with Frank Reich in his one season. He says he's done after this.
You can't trust Stanford and Sons.
Stanford and Sons. I like that one. All right, Ole Miss in the last could be the last regular season game for Lane Kiffin, depending on where they go. All right, Ole Miss versus Mississippi State. I'm taking Ole Miss in this game, interstate rivalry game.
Ole Miss is going to win. Lane Kiffin's going to get the win, and that'll be it.
Go out on a good note. Texas A&M versus Texas. This is all the rivalry games next week. Next week's going to be a very interesting week for football and college football. Texas A&M versus Texas. Your thoughts on this?
I got Texas A&M on Texas.
I got Texas A&M as well. They're a better football team. Mike Elko has a very good defense. He's always been a very good defensive coach. I see their defense tearing up Arch Manning. I really do. I believe he could get what they call mollywop next week.
And anybody that predicted him winning the Heisman, I don't know. You're one of the people that make the world go round and make us look smart.
Yeah, I should, Cyberuski, but right now I don't have the time and the money to do it. So there you go. So I just don't have the time and the money right now to do it. It would be a great gift idea for the holidays. All right. Next week, Charlotte versus Tulane. I'm taking Tulane in this game.
Yeah, Tulane actually gets there because they're playing Charlotte.
All right, Oregon versus Washington. At Washington, I'm taking Oregon here.
Oregon wins. Just ignore the last comment. It's just from Kick.
Yeah, I got you. All right, useless LA versus USC. This is a rivalry game. It's at USC at the Coliseum. I'm taking USC here, but don't count out useless LA. And the reason I say that is because useless LA has Rick Neuheisel's son as an offensive coordinator. He's not the interim head coach, but he's the assistant to the assistant in the movie theater. And he's also the coordinator. Rumor has it he could get this job. And the guy that's there now filling in, I heard, doesn't want the job. Doesn't want the
I got UCLA. I got UCLA winning this.
Oh, you think useless LA is going to win it?
I think so. If they play like they did against Penn State and other teams, I think they'll be all right.
Yeah. Yeah. So I didn't know this, but Rick Neuheisel's son is on the staff. And I heard the players like him. And
both teams are up and down, so this one's hard to predict. So it all depends which team shows up.
Yeah, it's a roller coaster kind of teams. You got two teams that just go up and down all the time, and it's that's what's going on here. Pensman, hang on for a minute. Excuse me. I have an emergency phone call I have to take.
All right. Good. You're good.
All right. Hang on.
So, in case you guys want to know, since I got the mic a little bit, take a little station break for a little bit, but give you guys a little update on Yankees nation, what's going on in Yankee land. So, Volpe has been re-signed. Oswald Cabrera got re-signed. Goldschmidt, I don't think he's coming back. Brian Cashman talked to the podium. He said that we're either going to get an outfielder or a pitcher. So first base is pretty much covered. If you go on YouTube, if anybody that's a Yankees fan, Brian Cashman talked to the podium, the media, and Hal Steinbrenner, the owner, actually gets to talk to the press since February. So we'll see what Hal Steinbrenner talks about on Monday. So I'm looking forward to hearing what Hal's got to say. If you stay quiet since February, he's got stuff to say. So I just want to update everybody what's going on in New York Yankees nation, what's going on there. So give you the re-signs. I think and Kyle Tucker's might give an offer. I don't know if he's coming. We're also looking at Corey Seager too. So I don't know. We'll see. Just want to give everybody an update. So I'm at 1,050 subscribers. Please help me get to that 1,200. Isaiah said earlier to hit to 2K. So I don't know if I'll get to 2K this year, but I would really greatly appreciate if everybody would subscribe to me. If you're a Yankees or if you're a Penguins and a Steelers fan, please subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to Ralph Willams, RW Media as well. He has good shows on his as well, and subscribe to the Sports Nuts as well. So, like I said, we're all on the Sports Nuts channel, so we have good content. We're all YouTubers, but we all have different content. Always come in and see what we offer to you guys. Just help me get to 500 followers on TikTok. My TikTok has been really low. I'm at 160 right now. So if you would please follow me on TikTok. The Sports Nuts and I, Brandon Keeler, were on a live last night during the first half of the Hawaii game. We had 841 viewers. We appreciate everybody that, if you're watching or from one of those people from last night, we appreciate you coming in. So, yeah, we did a little play-by-play, and we talked about the Hawaii game in the first half, so it went well. Does anybody have any comments about college football? Let me know. How's your team? Who's your team? And how they're going to do? Let me know. What's up? How you doing? Welcome back. Ralph had to take a phone call, so that's why I'm talking. I'm trying to keep that way there's no dead air, so just see how you're doing. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. It's good to see you. Please share the channel. I'm trying to get to 1,200 subscribers if we can. I want to hit 1,200 in the end of the year. I want to hit 1,000. I already hit that 1,000, so let's go. Let's get to 200. My team is out. My team is Alabama. I think they're going to win. I think so too. Sorry, I'll try to avoid the dead air.
Oh, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Thank you, folks, for standing by. I had to take an emergency phone call. So
I was talking about New York, what the Yankees were doing this all season so far, and Hal Steinbrenner are going to be on the podium talking to press on Monday, and Brian Cashman talked to the media on Thursday, so I was updating everybody on that. So that way there was no dead air. So I kept the show going.
oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, next, let's go with Arizona at Arizona State. I'm taking Arizona State in this game next week. Mostly rivalry games, folks. Next week, some big time games going on. So I'm taking Arizona State. What do you think, Penn?
Arizona State. Arizona hasn't shown me they can be in a big game.
All right, we already did Texas A&M at Texas. We already did that one.
Yeah.
Mississippi State and Ole Miss. We already did that one too. So, all right, that's it. We did this week's and last week's games for this week and last week. Any games that you want to talk about that we didn't discuss, Pensman? Go ahead.
No, there isn't, but I want to talk about some coaches. Is there any coaches that got fired that you want to? Is there any coach that you want to go see that got fired to another team? Is there any team, like a couple teams?
Well, I think Brian Kelly may or may not probably take. Florida interviews him, and from what I saw from Florida State last night, Pensman, let's talk about that a little bit. I think Mike Norvell should be fired. I mean,
so
he's like 5-5 or whatever he is, and they just lost last night. They're 2-5. Well, now they're 2-6 in the or they're 2-6 in the ACC, and they're not doing well at all. So they're now, I think they're 5-6 as of last night, and who knows if they'll even make a bowl game. And I think it's Mike Norvell, but I don't think he'll get fired because a lot of people pointed out to me, and I had this discussion on a Sports Corner radio show, and about these high buyouts with these college coaches. And it turns out that here's another one. The lowest buyout right now is Bill Belichick. He's 1.6 million. Everybody else is 10 million, 20 million, 30, 50 million. Look at James Franklin. His is $50 million, and now he's going to get his money because he got a job. That was the agreement. If he got another college job, he was going to get that money, and now he's going to get it. He's going to be a rich man. He's going to be richer now than he ever was.
Yep.
I think he just, he wanted to get his money, so he went out and he interviewed for some jobs, and I don't blame him. I'd do the same thing if the opportunity knocked. Okay, but that's my opinion on that. Florida needs a coach. Arkansas is looking for a coach. Bobby Petrino's not going to be there very, very much longer.
No.
He's just temporarily. In fact, he's even said it himself. He don't want to be the head coach there. Frank Reich down at Stanford. Who does Andrew Luck hire? That's a good question.
Yep.
I know he's trying to bring in. I'm hearing stories about Chuck Pagano, maybe, trying to get him off the couch and get him in there. Former NFL coach.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Who's out
we'll
there?
See.
Who I'd like to see be a head coach is Eric Bieniemy. I'd like to see what he could do.
That'd be interesting.
He's never been a head coach in any perspective. And right now I believe he's working as an assistant for somebody. I can't remember who it is.
Yeah, I'd like to see him at least see what he could do.
Yeah, I'd like to see what Eric Bieniemy can do. I'm interested to see that, and that would be
if Matt Patricia can get a job as a head coach and fail, so can he.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, but we don't know what he's like as a head coach because we haven't seen him in that position.
That's what I mean. We didn't know how Matt was until we saw what he could do.
But here's the stories I keep hearing about Eric Bieniemy. He's a bad interview. Now I don't know what that means. I mean, maybe here. I'm going to give you an example of a bad interview. Okay. Do you remember when Bill Cowher stepped away from the head coaching of the Steelers?
Right.
Okay. They went to interview Russ Grimm, Ken Wisenhunt, and Mike Tomlin. Those were the three guys they interviewed. Okay. Russ Grimm showed up in cowboy boots, blue jeans. He had a sport jacket on with no tie and some kind of a T-shirt. Okay, for that interview. everybody complained that the Steelers did not, hire Russ Grimm to be the head coach. The Steelers thought that the way he dressed was inappropriate for an interview like that. When Wisenhunt showed up in a suit, and so did Tomlin. Okay, Bob Labriola, who does Steelers Digest, and he's been doing it for 80 years. Okay,
Right.
he said that, and I quote, that's Russ Grimm. I get that. But when you're interviewing for a key job, you don't show up like that. I don't care what kind of style you have. I don't care what you do. Put a tie on for once in your life. Dress appropriately. Don't show up in a T-shirt with a sport jacket, blue jeans, and cowboy boots. Okay? I get that.
Can you imagine him on game day?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I got nothing against Russ Grimm. He's a good coach, great offensive line coach.
I know. I'm just saying he'll wear the Steelers sweatshirt. He'll wear jeans and the cowboy boots on the sideline.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
And don't forget when Mike Vrabel became the head coach at Tennessee, one of his first hires was Russ Grimm to be the offensive line coach. And he hired Dick LeBeau to be a defensive assistant to the assistant in the movie theater, But still, I mean, he hired all the old Steeler assistants, which is a good thing because there are some good ones out there. But none under Mike Tomlin other than, Mike Tomlin doesn't have a coaching tree because he has a whole bunch of yes men who can't coach. All right, That's the bottom line. But we're not going to talk about NFL here. We're here to talk about college football. But there are a lot of jobs available. Guys are have gotten fired. I want to talk about a game today in Pittsburgh that's going to be very interesting. Robert Morris versus Duquesne. This is an inner-city rivalry. Duquesne has a very good football team. Robert Morris has stunk up the joint. I like Bernard Clark. He's a really good guy, good coach guy. It's not working at Robert Morris with him. I've interviewed him 2 times. I've had him on my radio show in Beaver County Radio. I've had him on my podcast. And I've had him on the Sports Corner show. So I've interviewed Bernard Clark. He's a great guy. It's just the bottom line is, Robert Morris just they haven't been relevant since Joe Walt. So
do you think John Gruden's ever going to come back to coaching? He was in Pittsburgh last week.
Yeah, I know. I think if he does, it's going to be college. And you know
That's
what?
what I mean.
You know where I think he should go? I think Belichick should step away, North Carolina. I don't know yet what's going to happen to Narduzzi. I will say this, though. He is on probation, okay? Pat Narduzzi. Alan Green, the athletic director, came from Tennessee.
Right.
Said, and I quote, both Jeff Capel and Pat Narduzzi are on probation, which means if they screw up, if Pitt has another meltdown, where they get blown out by Georgia Tech, get blown out by Miami, and lose their bowl game in 6 overtimes to a lousy Toledo team, all right, that really wasn't that good last year, okay? And you had to go to 6 overtimes to beat them, or, at least try to beat them. You lost. But anyhow, when Pitt's defense is on the field too much and teams know it, and your defense gets tired out quickly, that could be Narduzzi's downfall. And I heard, and I have friends on the alum, the alum committee, the higher ups of the alum. I have some guys who are pretty money-driven guys, told me that they took up a collection for both of them. So I don't know how much money they've raised, but they've been taking up a collection in case Alan Green does fire them, because Jeff Capel's got a high buyout, and so does Narduzzi.
I'm just saying, I think John Gruden would be good in Pittsburgh if he ever took a chance.
He would be good at Pitt.
Yeah.
Dave Wannstedt was a good coach when he was at Pitt.
Yeah,
and Steve Peterson had to be an idiot and fire him because he wanted his own coach. And then ever since Wannstedt's been fired, they had Michael Hayward or whatever. He came in. He lasted 2 days. He got into a domestic argument with his girlfriend or his wife and got tossed in jail. Pitt fired him. They brought in Fraud Graham. First they brought in Fraud Graham, and then they had the guy from Wisconsin. Oh gosh, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. He's up for a head coaching job, and I'm trying to remember his name. Oh, he's from Wisconsin, coached at Wisconsin, and I can't. Oh, Paul Christ. Chris was yeah, and then Chris told the chancellor when he wanted them to stay instead of going to Wisconsin. He said, "I would have stayed, but I can't deal with Steve Peterson." He said, "Either you fire Steve Peterson or I leave." So Mark Nortenberg, the chancellor at the time, didn't want to fire Steve Peterson because he didn't want to look bad and got out. So, but when the new chancellor took over, he fired Peterson and brought in Scott Barnes. Scott Barnes hired Narduzzi, okay? And Narduzzi's been with the team ever since. So, I mean, so there we are with that. And, thank you, Scott Barnes, for hiring that idiot Kevin Stallings, who lasted about 3 or 4 years with Pitt. And then they finally, when Scott Barnes left and Heather Light took over, she fired him and hired Jeff Capel. And now Capel is on the hot seat because he's turned down 2 NIT bids that cost the university almost a couple $1 million. And not only just in revenue from the games, but also revenue of souvenirs and all kinds of other stuff that the university could have, put out there. You know what I mean? And, that cost a lot of money. And, the university's losing money, and he's been put on probation. They're having rough sledding right now. They're losing games in the exhibitions or in the non-conference season that they shouldn't be losing. So I think Jeff Capel's gone now. Narduzzi, I think, will save his job if he can beat Georgia Tech today and beat Miami next week. Now, if he splits those games, he still might save his job. But if we go to a bowl game and get blown out, I think he's fired. That's just my opinion.
And what bowl game? And what bowl game is going to be in Pitt?
I think they're going to the toilet bowl.
The toilet bowl.
Yeah, the toilet bowl.
I think they're going to be in the PlayStation Bowl.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them out there. I don't know which one they're going to go to yet, but we'll see when the bowl selection show comes up. We're going to talk about that as well.
It could be Pitt in Hawaii. You never know.
I would like to see that. Me and Brandon
Keel.
Yeah,
that'd be interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Don't forget, tune into the tune into the Sports Nuts show, Sports Nuts programming, and also tune into Hensman Sports here. He has some great programming as well. And also Tiger Stripes Media with Brian Pettit. We're all part of the Sports Nuts Network. My sports programming will be on the Sports Nuts Network. Also, we're on the Huddle Sports Network as well, and on Roku. And also, we're going to be on several different platforms with the Sports Nuts as well as the Huddle Sports Network. And somebody said that I wasn't going to make it, but guess what? That person's wrong, and that person has egg on their face. And I would love to send them a towel so they can wipe the egg off their face. That's what I would love for them to do, for me to do. I'll even send them a terrible towel. There you go.
There you go.
That's right. Oh, by the way, Pensman, I wanted to say happy birthday. His birthday was on Wednesday, I believe, to Bill Hillgrove. He's the play-by-play announcer for Pitt. He's been with Pitt now for 56 years, Pensman. 56 years. And he's been with Pitt. He is the longest tenured broadcaster with the most tenure in the entire college football system. So I just want to let everyone know that. So happy birthday, Bill. 85 years old. God bless you, buddy. I've had Bill Hillgrove on my shows. Great guy. And I might even try to get him on next week or two on the Sports Corner radio show to talk with us about Pitt and the Steelers. He does come on once in a while on some of the other media outlets in Pittsburgh and talks about the Steelers as well. All right, Pensman, let's get into – all right, this next segment, which is our closing segment, is brought to you by North American Millwright. North American Millwright is a construction company and contracting. They are located in the Maryland area, but they also service Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Delaware, and the Maryland area. So call them today. They do great construction work. Just ask Pensman. He saw the work that they've done at my house, and they can do it at your house as well. 410-388-9870, North American Millwright. Give them a call today. If you live in PA, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Virginia, Maryland, or Delaware, those are the 5 states they service. And they do a very good job at contracting, very professional. And they will not take you to the cleaners like some other people. So I just want to let everyone know that. Penn's been in closing today, closing statement, and how everyone can get a hold of you. Go ahead.
I hope you enjoyed the show today. I thought it went well. We'll see. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Enjoy the football that's going on. Penguins lost last night 5-0, and they play tonight against Seattle at 7 o'clock. We'll see if they can rebound. Since they lost one, they can win one. So we'll see what happens. So tomorrow the Steelers and the Bears play at 1 o'clock. I should be covering that game. So please tune in, and we'll have post-game show tomorrow at 4:30, right after the Steelers game, 30 minutes afterwards. So tune into that.
Mention about that. Thank you. I forgot to mention about that. So
that's why you have me. So
that's it. So it'll be Pensman, Brian Pettit, maybe even Brandon Keeler tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Post-game show, half hour after the Steeler game. We're always on here with the post-game show. We break down the Steelers-Chicago game tomorrow. But anyway, and I also want to say congratulations to the Pittsburgh Riverhounds USL team. Today, they are in a conference championship game. If they win the conference, win the trophy for the conference, they move on to the championship game. So if they get into the championship game, it'll be great for the Riverhounds. They have been looking to get that for years. They're another Pittsburgh team that bows out in the first round of the playoffs every year. But it's good to see some positivity coming from Pittsburgh in regards to some professional team or whatever winning something here. You know what I mean?
I just want to point out that Paul Skeens is not going to the Yankees. Whoever made that report, Paul says he wants to win here. I don't know how long he's going to wait. He wants to win our championship here. Kyle Schwarber's linked to the Pittsburgh Pirates. We'll see. Like, you never know until things actually happen. If they can pay for the contract, who knows? Baseball's weird. If Ted can figure out a way to pay for his contract and give him a contract, I don't know. I can't see it. So,
I'll tell you what.
Something needs to change in Pittsburgh, though.
Yeah, the ownership. That's what needs to change. And here's the sad part about all this that a lot of people don't realize. Mark Cuban, and if you don't know who Mark Cuban is, he's a billionaire. He's from Pittsburgh, grew up, born and raised in Mount Lebanon section of Pittsburgh. Okay,
the Mavericks owner, by the way.
Yeah, Mavericks owner. Also, I think he's part owner of the Stars as well, if I'm not mistaken. And he also owns. He's a minority owner of the Chicago Cubs.
Yeah.
So he wanted to buy the Pirates. He was here a few years back to do some real estate business with the University of Pittsburgh. And let me explain something to you about this now. There used to be a place in the University of Pittsburgh. It was there for many years called the Original Hot Dog Shop. They used to call it the Dirty O. Greasy French fries, hot dogs, pizza, great food all the time. I used to go there all the time, get French fries, big thing of fries. They were once in a couple movies, the Original Hot Dog Shop. Great hot dogs, super duper, right there on campus. Well, the owner decided to go back to his country that owned it, and the business was for sale, and then Pitt put the building up for sale. Well, Pitt decided in their infinite wisdom, and Mark Cuban pulled out his real estate interests in anything University of Pittsburgh does, because I'm going to tell you what happened. University of Pittsburgh decided in their infinite wisdom not to sell the business and the building to Mark Cuban because he wouldn't put vegetarian or vegan items on the menu.
Right.
On the menu. And now, when you go there, it's two businesses in one building. One of them's a taco stand or a taco store or a restaurant or whatever. And the other one is some wrap place, that makes wraps, okay? We're talking about the Original Hot Dog, Pensman. Been there for 50 or more years. It's been there forever. I grew up with the Original Hot Dog Shop.
I remember seeing it when I was there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And the University of Pittsburgh spoiled the broth in the soup when they went ahead and put the stipulation on Mark Cuban. And Mark Cuban says, I'm not doing none of this. And he took all his real estate interests and got out. Now, that time, when he was there doing that, he made a phone call to Bob Nutting and said, listen, I'll pay you double what you're offering to sell the Pittsburgh Pirates. And you know what Bob Nutting told him? It's not for sale. Rumor has it that Bob Nutting is going to take the Pirates and pass it on to his children, which I believe he has daughters. I have nothing against women owning teams. Okay. You watch Any Given Sunday with Cameron Diaz running the football team into the ground, and the woman owner of the Tennessee Titans. Okay. I have nothing against women running sports teams, but take a look at those before you make a decision.
You forgot the lady that owns the Bears too.
The Bears, yes, exactly. So, be careful what you wish for. You might just get it. But I'm telling you right now, and he's going to pass on to his daughters, and I hope that they have more brains than he does to start spending some money, because I get it. It's a business. He's making money. I get that. But what I have a problem with is these stupid Pittsburgh Pirate fans that continue to pump money into this guy's wallet. You want to get somebody's attention, hurt their wallet. Look what Chicago White Sox did. Look what the Carolina Panther fans did. They had enough. They didn't show up. They don't show up for games. Okay? That is what the Pittsburgh Pirate fans need to start doing. All right? You need to get your head out of your rear ends and start not going to these games, and send a big message to Bob Nutting. All right?
I do have one positive note on the Pirates. They didn't end with the same record back-to-back years.
Yeah.
They didn't get the three-peat.
They have a new manager. They have new coaches. We're going to find out what happens. We'll see what Don Kelly does. It's his team now. All right, so let's see what he does. And on a positive note, Bob Nutting, and I'm going to give him a round of applause for once. Hey, I always say good things about him when there's good things. He gave Paul Skeens a Cy Young bonus. All right, so I wanted to let everyone know, as bad as Bob Nutting is chasing players out so they don't make their bonus, he put that money aside and gave it to Paul Skeens. So there you go.
You think Schwarber's coming to Pittsburgh?
You know what? When they fired Derek Sheldon, I thought they should have fired Ben Cherington too. They didn't. And I don't put anything past Ben Cherington right now. He needs to go too. But that's just my opinion. So
it'll be a good fit. It would. Him in that stadium. Schwarber hits the ball. He might even make the ball hit the river too. Who knows?
Yeah, I heard rumors we might be bringing Josh Bell back. I'm hearing stories about him coming back.
I just want a Yankees Pirates World Series one time in my lifetime.
Yeah, that would be the revenge series from when Mazeroski hit that home run. So
that's why I said my lifetime.
Yeah, that would. I think we might be with the Lord by that time. We'll see. Don't know.
Then I'll have front row seats to that game.
Yeah, I know. So we'll see what goes on. But anyway, my opinion on that is where it is on Bob Nutting and the Pirates. I try to help a guy who continues to buy season tickets, and he just bought them again for next year for the Pirates. And I told him, listen, why don't you go to PNC Park, work as an usher? You can make money, you can see the games for free, and you can eat for free. I mean, you got all that in one big thing.
That's one package. That's one big package deal.
One big package deal. You know what he told me? He said, "Don't tell me how to spend my money." And he broadcasted it on the air too. And I ate him a lot.
Where do you hear money spent?
Well, he said.
No, I'm just saying, if you go to you get the game. I'm saying you go to the game for free, you eat for free, you do this for free. I don't hear any money spent. You go to the concession stand, be like, "Hey, I want this," and you're like, "Okay."
So I don't help nobody anymore.
To me, it was a win-win situation.
I don't help anybody anymore. I'm going to tell you another little story real quick here. I used to drive a cab. Cab driver, we had this little system group. We used to take care of each other's customers. So this guy comes on. His name was Ron. He comes on. He goes crying the blues. Oh, there's all these concerts going on at Star Lake Amphitheater. That's the amphitheater outside of Pittsburgh that they put in Washington County because the artists didn't want to pay the amusement tax because it was so high in Pittsburgh. So they put the amphitheater out in Washington County. It's terrible. Getting to it's bad. Getting out of it's bad. It's a bad experience. But anyway, to make a long story short, he comes on crying the blues. Oh, there's all these concerts. I don't know if I'm going to have the money to go. I said, Ron, next weekend, they're having a job fair down at Star Lake. I said, why don't you go down there, apply to be an usher. You can make money. You park for free. You can make money. Watch every show or go to work any show you want to work, or you can work all the shows. Plus, you get free food. I said, that's a win-win situation for you. You know what he did? He called me an idiot because he don't want to do it like that. He wants to sit there and watch the show. He don't. How am I an idiot for trying to help you save money? How am I an idiot? Explain that.
And do you know that ushers just stand there and make sure everything's good, and you can watch whatever you watch?
Hey, I worked the Jimmy Buffett concert, and I wasn't far away from the stage either. I worked Lady Antebellum, and
you have a total of 5 minutes max of your job. Just make sure everything's up to par and show people where they're sitting. Oh, that's real hard. And then you stand there and like, oh, this is a cool game. This is a cool show. Whatever. If you work at Acrisure or
I worked at Acrisure Stadium too.
I don't get people.
No, I don't either. And I worked at. I used to work at the Pete. I used to work at Stage AE. That's how I got to meet ROH wrestlers. I got to meet Cody Rhodes, not once but 2 times. When he was with AEW, I got to meet him because I was at the very first AEW event at the Peterson Event Center when they first came around. So
you should sometime on your wrestling show, you should show everybody your backpack, your AEW backpack.
Oh yeah, my AEW backpack. I even got a shirt too, and a hat, I have. So
yep.
If I can find it, I still have some stuff I haven't been able to find. So you know how that is. You saw what it looks like.
Yeah, but we found the backpack though.
Yeah, I have all that. So, but anyway, WWE, I can't get my sizes for shirts. I've been trying to get a couple shirts, but they don't have my size. AEW at least has my size, so, but anyway, that's the word there. All right. I'm Ralph Williams. My name is Ralph Williams. I am the host of the college football show. And I am I have my own production company called RW Media Productions because I am Ralph Williams. Yeah, let me talk to you every week. I'll be talking to you right here. And we're going to be doing the college football show up until the end of the bowl season, until the bowl season expires. We'll even have a show to talk about the Bulls, who's playing in them.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
When the Bulls are over, we're going to have a show to talk about who won the Bulls, what bowl games they won. I'm interested to see coaches that are leaving to go to other programs. College football needs to step up.
And we might just talk about Pittsburgh and Hawaii. We never know.
You never know. That's right. You never know.
That's why I like bowl games, because you hear one conference and play another conference.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I like about it.
Oh yeah, yeah. So we'll see what happens there. It's going to be an interesting couple of weeks coming up. You can get a hold of me on YouTube. I have my own YouTube channel, Ralph Williams RW Media, and don't forget all sports programming will be on the Sports Nuts network coming soon. We're going to be simulcasted on radio stations across the country and around the world. So my sports programming that goes on is moving up. Pensman as well. And I want to thank Brandon Keeler from the Sports Nuts for giving me the opportunity and RW Media Productions to move forward. All right. Also,
just want to let everybody know that this man over here is going to be moving to the Sports Nuts in December. After the holidays is over and Brandon's taking a trip to Atlanta, and then when he comes back, he's gonna get into transition to move him in there. So just be patient. He's coming in. So just be patient with Ralph. He's coming in. That's what I want to tell everybody, that in December.
I'm talking about something else.
But I was letting everybody know that in December you're coming into Sports Nuts. So
I am doing so. So that'll work. That works for me. And I do appreciate Brandon, by the way, giving me this opportunity. Also, you can reach me on Twitter X. Look, I am at 394. I need six more followers to make it to 400 by the end of the year. Please help me out with that as well. Also, we are on a crusade to get me on the radio at 6:20 a.m. WKHB for the Ralph Williams, Tony Moreno show. I've been getting a ton of emails. People want me they want us on the air on weekdays. Station I'm at right now, my show will still be there on weekends at 12:50 a.m. The Answer, and I want to thank them for what they do for me. They give me my opportunity there as well. They're very nice people, very respectable, treat me with respect and dignity, unlike the station out in Beaver County. Okay. But 620 WKHB seems to be farting around, playing games with my agent and myself. They haven't made a solid decision yet. I've been waiting 2.5 months or more. Ask Pensman here. He'll tell you I've been waiting at least 2.5 to 3 months for these guys to make a simple decision as this, and it's taken forever. And now there's a phone call crusade going on right now, and it's working. All right. Ask Pensman. He'll tell you it's working. And if you want to participate in this, 724-327, I believe it's 327-7000, I think it is. Or
853. 853.
853. Right. So it's 724-853-7000. Write this number down. Put it in your phone. Call 8 a.m. after 8 a.m. on Monday morning. And alert the owner, Bob, and his wife, Ashley, that you want Ralph Williams, Tony Moreno on their program, on their radio station. You want
and just let everybody know, I already made the phone call, but it didn't.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, one of those situations.
Yeah, exactly. So let's burn up their phone and let them know that you want my program on during the weekdays.
My acknowledgement is they only had 3 calls so far. So let's keep.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I heard there was more. So
I'm saying when I called, there was 3. So let's keep.
There was 3, and that was already after I put it out. When did I put it out?
Thursday.
Wednesday. Well, Thursday there was already 3.
Yeah.
And then another buddy of mine called, and he told me that she told him they're already up to 15.
Nice.
So yeah, so it's getting there, and the more there is, the more we can get it done.
If you hear something enough, you eventually be like, yeah, fine.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm about ready to tell them, and I have already done that we are planning on moving on, my agent and I, if I don't get something done by the end of the year, because I don't have the time to sit around and lollygag and whatever and wait for them. I just don't. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? That's insulting when you make me wait like that. That's very insulting.
I'm surprised you waited this long.
Yeah, well, it's I'm desperate to take out the competition, and in order for me to do that, I need to be on the radio like that.
Yeah, and I can't take out the competition. That long.
Well, there's nobody else out there that has slots available. That's the biggest problem. They're the
December, only well, I got good news for you. You'll be on 95.5 KFCE and then Tiger Nation Live. So just want to give you that.
Yep, I appreciate that. And Brandon's going to give me the list of stations that we're on so we can tell you what stations we're on across the country. Yep. I was working on getting us on an Alaska station.
Iceland, Hawaii. And, it was at least 20 other countries.
Oh yes, absolutely. So,
and I want to while Ralph's doing what he's doing, I appreciate the 2 subscribers that I got. So I'm up to 1,052 now. So let's keep that number rising. I appreciate the consistent 40 to 50 views. Please keep going. Please keep going. And you see a hype button, please hype the video up. I don't know what that hype does, but hit that hype button and hype this video up. The more you guys hit the like, the more the algorithm, it helps the algorithm big time.
All right, check this out here this afternoon, 2 o'clock, part of the triple header of Ralph Saturday. Ralph Williams Saturday. We're here at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Ralph Williams, Smoking Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, Luther Dupree, Sports Corner Radio Show. Tune in to us at 12:50 a.m. The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial. And if you live outside the area, you can go online, theanswerpgh.com, or go to Google, punch up 12:50 a.m. The Answer Pittsburgh. As soon as you do that, scroll down to Radio Stations USA, and then that'll get you on to 1250. Push the arrow, and boom, you're on. You are listening to our show. We have the number one rated sports talk show in the Western Pennsylvania area on Saturday at that 2 p.m. slot, and we're going to continue to grow as we move on. Lots to talk about. Don't forget to tune in this afternoon, 2 o'clock p.m. and every Saturday. And also don't forget every Saturday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., the Ralph Willams, Tony Moreno show. And we're also on Sunday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. as well on 1250 The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial, and also on theanswerpgh.com. Also, don't forget you can not this Thursday, but next Thursday due to Thanksgiving, I am going to work one more time, try to get on the air here. Let's hope there's no more technical issues. Highway Radio hits Thursday, 1 to 3 p.m., starting the following Thursday at the beginning of December, right after the Thanksgiving Thursday. Highway Radio hits is I'll be on 1 to 3 every Thursday as DJ Fun playing music and getting everyone ready for their ride home or their ride around wherever they're going. Highway Radio hits is it. Don't forget to tune into the other DJs there, play some great music as well. All right, for Pensman Sports, I'm Ralph Willams. Everyone have yourself a great weekend, and please have yourself a happy Thanksgiving. We'll talk to you next Saturday right here, 10 a.m., the College Football Show, Thanksgiving weekend edition. Rivalry games next week. We'll break those down and also give you some more predictions based on what information. We'll keep you up to speed on the coaching changes and what's going on with coaches, who's going to get hired where. Rumors are starting to circulate all across the board. Who's going to be the coach at Penn State? That's going to be the biggest question right there.
Brian DeBoer.
Yeah, we'll see. It could be Brian DeBoer. Yeah, he's unemployed right now, but we'll see. Maybe he'll take an NFL job as an offensive coordinator. So we'll see what happens. And tomorrow we have the post-game show right after the Steeler game. How about the Buffalo Bills falling? We'll talk about that tomorrow.
8 sacks. 8 sacks.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just wondering what's going to happen when the Steelers play them at home.
20 sacks. 20.
And we'll see.
Josh Allen's going to be banged up. Ow.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens tomorrow with the Steelers-Bears. I'm not real happy. They got big money guys. One's hurt, always in the tub. Can't help the club if you're in the tub. And the other one has been useless for so many games. And,
but
guys
we'll cover that tomorrow.
Not performing. We'll talk about that tomorrow. All right, for Pensman Sports, I'm Ralph Willams. Have yourself a great one. And please, by all means, please be safe. Thank you.